Oh dear.
Always looking for an entry point that I can come in smoothly.
You'll find it. It'll be there.
I think I just did.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Chloe.
Hey, buddy.
Hello to everybody. Here we go. We're on Wednesday night. It's 10:30. You're up late. It's Glenn and Chloe. We're going to talk about movie stuff because that's what we do.
Absolutely.
Yes. So we are we've decided that we are the vodcast presented by Good Movie Monday.
Podcast. That's what it was. That was the word I was looking for last week.
There you go.
I love that.
That's what we are. Didn't mean to sing, but it just came out that way.
I need to preface this episode, as we discussed earlier, to the people. If I seem like I'm ignoring Glenn or can't hear what he's saying or anything like that, it's not his fault, and it's not my fault. I have not one but two ear infections at the moment, and the ears aren't working great. So we're going to do our best. Shut the fuck up. Stop.
Oh, shit. All right, so first half of the show comes down to movie news and things. What I want to say first, actually, is I went to see Avatar at the cinemas last week because the original film is coming back to the cinemas because the reason being James Cameron thinks that there's a whole generation of people that miss the opportunity to see it on the big screen, which that's true. But I love the fact that he said if you haven't seen it on the big screen, then you haven't seen it at all.
You know what? He's kind of right.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I've seen this movie on both formats, and I tell you what this did for me, what it reminded me was, one, I prefer 2D over 3D. It's still a fucking gimmick to me. Yeah. Like, it didn't impress me much. and Avatar's boring. Like, it is a boring movie, and it's a movie that I loved passionately when it came out. Thought I still loved it, went in so excited for this, and realised what everyone had pretty much said from the get-go, that it's over an hour too long, and it's just kind of nothing.
Yeah, look, I can see how you would feel that way. However, I'm still pretty dedicated to it. I still love it. I can go back and watch it and still really love it.
And I kind of feel like James Cameron has lost the love for it a little bit too, because I read recently, with it coming back to the cinemas, and they're doing the trailer for the second one, he has come out saying that I promise you that number 2 won't be as predictable.
Oh, he was probably heavily influenced by the studios during the first one because it was so different of its kind as well. And they were kind of really sort of anticipating how it was going to come off. So I reckon he could have been heavily influenced by studios in terms of making the story somewhat predictable.
I think, I don't even know if that was it, to be honest. I think what's happened with the first one, and look, don't get me wrong, I am dissing on it now, but it's a maverick kind of film. It is a groundbreaking film. He pioneered technology for it and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's significant. But I think what happened was he was so focused, rightfully so, on that technology, right? It consumed all of his attention and energy that he just simply couldn't make a really original story with that. You know what I mean? So he's taken what is essentially Pocahontas. It's the kind of story of Pocahontas meets Fern Gully. People joke about the Fern Gully connection, but that's what it is.
I was thinking Fern Tree Gully. I'm like, oh, hang on, no, that's a place.
It's up the road.
Yeah.
Ben and I were there the other day. It is a very contrived story, and I think that was unavoidable for him if he wants to really do this technologically the way he did. Anyway.
Yeah, you could be right.
I mean, this little conversation about Avatar is probably as long as the movie, so maybe we should wrap it up. But I just wanted to say that I did see it, and it was underwhelming.
Okay, well, that's fair enough. I had a conversation, sort of an argument with my husband the other day, the day of the grand final, actually, and one of the ads that came on was the trailer for the new Avatar movie. And he kept saying, and my mum's like, oh, the new Avatar movie looks all right. And my husband kept saying, no, that's the advertisement of the new one. It's coming back to the cinemas. I go, yeah, honey, but that's not that movie. That's for the new movie. He goes, no, that's the original. I go, no, it fucking isn't. It has water animals. It's based in water. He goes, no, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, yeah, nah, the woman who does podcasts on movies and is on YouTube talking about movies does no idea what she's talking about.
You pulled that card.
Adamant. But he knew about the new one being re-released, so I'll give him that much.
It is very interesting. Maybe what's happened there is because they are also doing trailers for the original coming back to the cinema. So maybe he's previously seen that on another night and assumed that this one was that, but it's actually part 2. Because what they're advertising, and actually, here we go, this might be what it is. They're advertising the return of Avatar 1, but in the same trailer, they're saying, and if you go to the cinemas to see this, you'll get an exclusive 3D preview of the part 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that could be it.
Maybe everyone's right.
No, I'm right.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And mind you, I saw the trailer for part 2 in 3D on the night as well, and it was just as underwhelming.
Oh, stop! So pessimistic, Glenn.
Hey, I'm losing people left, right, and center with my opinions on TikTok, so don't stress it. It's fine. We're all good. We're all good. By the way, Little Mermaid is roaring ahead in the votes on TikTok.
I told you.
You did.
I told you. I know.
Doesn't change anything.
I mean, you'll know that I'm right eventually. So I saw the trailer for the new M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong movie. Hate the name of the movie.
Yeah, what was it called again?
Knock at the Cabin. It doesn't flow. I don't like it. It irritates me, the name of the movie. However, we have Dave Bautista, Jonathan Groff, and Rupert Grint.
Bloody hell.
Rupert Grint. I'm so glad. He deserves this. He's so talented. And I'm not just being biased because I love gingers. I love him and I think he's so talented, and I'm so happy to see him in a movie with this sort of like name to it. Anyway. Yeah.
They should have called it Knockers at the Cabin. I'd be watching then.
That would definitely be a Shyamalama Ding Dong movie and not a Shyamalan movie. However, the trailer looked really good. It looks a little bit more actiony than what I've seen Shyamalan do before. So yeah, I'm actually pretty pumped for this one.
I haven't watched it yet. We had to cover it a little bit for work the other day, but I wasn't involved with the post of that, so I'll get around to it. Now you've given me reason to, because I've gone off the guy quite a while ago, and I really, really, really didn't like the last film. So
yeah, it didn't get great reviews. So I'm hoping this one will be a lot better. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did you see that there is a new adaptation of The Neverending Story on its way?
No. What do you mean adaptation?
I think we've talked about my hopes that this would one day get adapted properly on the videos before. Disney have just announced that in 2024 they'll be releasing The Neverending Story. That's all they've said. It's a poster with just the emblem and the word Neverending Story with the date 2024. So obviously they're putting it into production. What that means, who knows? But to me, I imagine it will be just them going back to the book, but also trying to recreate the magic of the film that everybody loves, because, even though that wasn't a Disney film, they've probably secured the rights to the book and they're probably going to emulate what we saw back then. It's exciting.
Are you thinking like miniseries, or are you thinking like feature length?
I think series of movies is what they probably will do.
Kind of like Stranger Things season 4 part 2.
More like Chronicles of Narnia, Lord of the Rings. I think it would be a series of like maybe 2 or 3 movies, probably 3. Because as I've said on the videos before, the original film from the 80s, 84 I think it was only like a quarter of the book itself, if that. So there's so much more to be told. And I've always said, like, turn this into an event series. You know, they've done the new Lord of the Rings series, yet this is the kind of thing that they've just not tapped back into. Same with Wizard of Oz. Like, go back and do these adaptations. So Disney have have it in the pipeline. Let's just wait and see when we get some footage for it. But
that'll be really exciting. I mean,
my boat.
I can't explain the trauma of Atreyu and
yeah.
I always forget the names.
Please.
Artax. Oh, I cannot explain to you the trauma that it caused millions of people.
Yep.
So, I mean, if they're going to remake it, please traumatize a whole new generation, because they need to go through their paces too. So that's all I ask when it comes to that.
From memory, there's no Swamp of Sadness in the book. I think that scene in the book is actually a magic fountain that the horse drinks from and turns to stone.
Oh.
Or turns to glass, something like that. So, yeah, that scene that you're referring to was added into the film for dramatic purpose, which fucking worked a treat.
Yeah, the movie makers in the 80s were dark, man. Like, they were dark.
Kids' movies were grim, and that was good, you know. That's where kids learnt resilience and built up their character, and, you know, it's good shit.
Kids these days.
It's
Cushy
true,
little
though.
bastards.
It is true, though. Like, I mean, as Ben and I have sort of referenced on the podcast, we are sort of starting to bring a return to the darker kids films because it's necessary. Where, you know, like, I don't want to sound like a grumpy old man, but we're raising pussies, you know. So I think it's good to give these kids things to be frightened about, because there's nothing wrong with being frightened, and that prepares you for later things in life when adversity comes your way and you know how to face it. You know.
I agree.
I think psychologically it's important. But anyway, the other one that before we move on, because we're getting near game time, and that makes me happy. But the Karate Kid is getting a new movie, and that kind of pisses me off a little bit.
Yeah, okay, yep.
Because the studio have done nothing with this property for years, right? And yet they go, these other people have the audacity and the tenacity to make Cobra Kai, the TV series. They've brought back almost every single original player from those movies, and they've done amazing things with it. It's a fantastic series. If you haven't watched it, do. And the 5th season that just got released is amazing. But now that is so popular, the studio are like, ooh, let's make a Karate Kid movie.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
Fuck. And yet the creators of Cobra Kai have no involvement whatsoever. It's like, you know what? These guys have revived this franchise, given it back to the people in a very clever, very positive way, and the studio wants to ignore that? Fuck it.
Yeah, it's a money-making endeavor rather than a quality endeavor.
Yeah, totally.
You can tell.
But what makes me curious is that the original cast are all in Cobra Kai. Who's gonna be treacherous and go and make the other movie?
Yeah, it's a good question. Who do they say is directing, and when's it coming out? And
didn't hear anything about that. I think they've just announced that it's going to happen, and that's going to be a legitimate part 5. I don't know. Like, I don't really care for it, because Cobra Kai's been amazing. It's 5 series, and it's just legendary. It's so good.
What if all the characters come back for it?
Well, I'd want the creators to come back with them, because I think they're the ones that have given this back to us.
Fair enough.
And interestingly, what a lot of people don't realize, or maybe they do, the Cobra Kai TV series is also produced by Will Smith and his brother-in-law, who created the remake of Karate Kid, the one with Jaden Smith. So I kind of like that as well. Like, that film got kind of maligned and pissed on, but it was quite good as a standalone movie. But I just love that those guys are a creative, force behind this.
Yeah. I mean, I was actually going to ask you that a little bit earlier. What did you think of the newest rendition? Because I haven't shown my kids the original just yet, because I don't think they're old enough to appreciate it. However, they have seen this one because it is targeted towards the younger audience. And they actually sat through most of it and they really enjoyed it. So, I mean, I don't have a huge sort of opinion on it, but, it was nice. It was a nice movie, but I don't know. I don't know if you'd call it a Karate Kid movie.
Well, that's the funny thing, isn't it? Like, the structure of the movie and the storyline is very much Karate Kid. However, it's in China and it's Kung Fu. It's not karate at all. So, like, I'm amazed that someone with as much integrity, particularly in the martial arts scene, as Jackie Chan, would sign on to a Karate Kid, which is Japanese, and then tell a story with Kung Fu. I mean, it takes me right back to when he made the Cannonball Run movies and he was cast as a Japanese guy, the little Mitsubishi man.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he was bothered by that at the time. It's like, this is kind of like a retread of that.
Yeah.
Whatevs. It was still a pretty good movie. I liked it a lot, and be interesting to see if they do incorporate any of that into the Cobra Kai season 6. You know, because they're trying to bring as many people back from the franchise as possible. I did also read that the filmmakers are pretty adamant that the Jackie Chan version is not the same universe. So
yeah, okay.
But I reckon Hilary Swank will come back for season 6.
I mean, cool. I don't have her in the swank bank, you know. I'm not a fan.
No, neither do I. but she's legitimately like in the franchise. She is the Karate Kid from Part 4.
Yeah, okay.
She's the next Karate Kid, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck this. Let's play games. What have you got?
Yay! All right, well, you choose. I've got truce.
You got truce. Truce or fair?
Sorry, I just developed a lisp in the last 5 minutes.
I'll take fair for 500, please.
Movie trivia, or I do have some badly explained plot lines. So I mean, dealer's choice.
Everybody knows that I suck at those, so let's go with the Struth or whatever it was. Struth or Corker. Come on, bring it on.
That one, let's do it.
And then
true or false.
And I've got some of those too, so we'll just go one of the, you do your lot and then I'll do mine. Perfect.
Well, mine is
yes.
Harry Potter edition.
Why?
You're a wizard, Glenn.
I'm gonna suck at this.
Well, I know you like Harry Potter, but I didn't know how well you knew Harry Potter, so I'm going to put that to the test a little bit today.
Not very well. All
right, are we going to put the timer on?
Oh, yeah. You just say go, and I'll do that in the post.
All right, and we're counting down, and go. Okay, Hedwig is the first character to die in the Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
The type of dragon guarding Gringrot.
Gringrot? That sounds like one of those jelly beans they eat.
The type of dragon guarding Gringotts is known as a Ukrainian Iron Belly.
If you say so.
Is it a true or false?
Oh, true.
Okay. In Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, Harry performs the bubblehead charm when he competes in the underwater competition.
Yeah, false. That's bullshit.
Neville Longbottom's greatest fear is Snape.
Yeah, it is.
Dumbledore's Phoenix is called Hawks.
No, it's called Phoenix.
Norbert was the name that Hagrid gave to the hippogriff that appears in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
That was Eddie Murphy. Yes, true.
Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow. Hermione's parents were both dentists.
Yep, true.
And Cedric Diggory was a Ravenclaw.
Yep, true. Did I get none?
And end of music. La, la, la. All right, let's go back to the start.
And just to preface this for the people watching this on Facebook or YouTube, there is no music. That's a TikTok thing.
Yes, it is. I put my own music in there just to heighten things, you know? Sure. Okay, so Hedwig is not the first character to die in Deathly Hallows. It's actually Professor Burbage. Why didn't you know that? The type of dragon used to guard Gringotts is a Ukrainian Iron Belly, so good job. I can't remember what you said to this with the bubblehead charm. Did he use that or not? What did you say? Did you say he didn't? Well, he uses gillyweed. He doesn't use the bubblehead charm.
Then I got it wrong.
Dumbledore's Phoenix is not called Phoenix or whatever you called it. It's called Forks.
Forks.
As in where sparkly vampires live. And Norbert is not Eddie Murphy or the name of the hippogriff that Hagrid has. It's called Buckbeak. and Norbert was the dragon.
Excellent.
And Cedric Diggory is in fact a Hufflepuff.
And I know you've put so much like effort
As
into
am
that. You've put so much effort into that. I'm just pissed all over it.
No, I wanted to see how much you knew.
I don't know. I know fuck all about Harry Potter.
Turns out to be nothing.
Yeah. Right from the get-go. Told you so. Well done, me.
Oh, goodness me. What do you got for me?
All right, I've written these down because last week when we did these, I didn't pay attention to what you said. Like,
oh my gosh.
As in, I couldn't remember what you said for each one when we went back, so I'm going to actually do a little bit of note-taking as we go.
Hey, all right. We've got some professional on our hands, guys.
This is spiffy stuff right here, so time starts now. There used to be a juvenile award category at the Oscars.
True.
Anna Paquin was the youngest Oscar winner ever.
True.
Shirley MacLaine and Warren Beatty are siblings.
Oh. False.
Annette Bening and Warren Beatty are married.
False.
Jean-Claude Van Damme was the original Predator.
Oh. True.
Twister was directed by the same guy that directed Speed.
True.
Jennifer 8 is the 8th installment of the Jennifer franchise.
Jennifer franchise? Okay, sure. Yep.
Meet the Parents is a remake of another American film from 1992.
What's the other American film?
Meet the Parents.
False.
Last one, British comedian David Mitchell directed Fighting with My Family.
False.
Okie dokie. Let's have a look.
Wrong.
That was 9 questions, and you got 5 right.
How many?
5.
Okay,
so let's go through them. So
okay.
there used to be a juvenile award at the Oscars, correct? Anna Paquin was not the youngest to win an Oscar. That was Tatum O'Neal for Love Story, who was, I think, 9 at the time, if I'm not mistaken. I should have written that down. Shirley MacLaine and Warren Beatty are brother and sister.
Okay.
Annette Bening and Warren Beatty are married.
Okay.
Jean-Claude Van Damme was the original Predator.
That's cool.
He left though because why was he left? Something to do with maybe he was allergic to the costume because he was inside the Predator.
Yeah.
Or it was like a real big creative difference. I wish I could remember, and I probably should have prepped that for this. But everybody watching TikTok will have an answer for that.
Tell us TikTok.
Twister was directed by the same guy who did Speed. That was Jan de Bont.
Mm-hmm.
Jennifer 8 is the only movie with Uma Thurman and Andy Garcia, so there's no franchise at all. It's just called Jennifer 8.
Okay.
Meet the Parents is a remake of a 1992 movie called Meet the Parents.
Well, okay, so this is where you trip me up because, like, the other Meet the Parents was only done in, like, the early 2000s, so that's not a big gap to remake a movie. It seems dumb.
But the original one was a very low-budget indie comedy written by a bunch of comedians. Emo Phelps was one of them, which, if you know stand-up comedy and who that weird guy is, he's in it. Anyway, so yes, that was a remake.
Okay,
and then
there you go.
You were correct. David Mitchell did not direct Fighting with My Family. It was Stephen Merchant.
Oh, I like Stephen Merchant.
It's a great movie. That's Florence Pugh.
Oh, okay. Pew pew.
Nick Frost is in there. It's great. It's great.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yes. Well, half done.
That's the nicest thing anyone has said to me all day.
Oh, shit. What do you want to do next?
I've got some badly explained plot lines. Should we do that?
I guess we'll have to. I hate these.
I want to see if you can get them. I made them a little bit easier this time round.
Yeah, good. Let's give it a shot.
All right. Should you want to go tit for tat, or do you want to just
I
bang
don't
them all
have
out?
any. I don't have any. So
Okay, we're just gonna bang them all out.
we're gonna
then.
go
That's
tit.
great.
Just
We're
tit.
gonna just tits and tits. All right. First one. A gooey robot from the future arrives to fuck shit up.
A gooey robot from the future. Like, we're talking Terminator.
Yeah.
You've already done that one.
Terminator 2.
You've done that one.
We didn't do Terminator 2.
Oh, it's the same thing, isn't it?
We haven't done that one. There's a good one. Shut up. An old man pretends to teach a boy karate, but is actually making him do his chores.
Oh, God, Karate Kid. Far out.
Speaking of.
You should have just left karate out of that. Otherwise,
I
like...
should have. Yeah, I should have. A teen boy's body changes overnight, and he realizes he can shoot white sticky substances out of his body.
Well, could be Ben's home videos. But it's Spider-Man.
Oh, boobs. Okay, a girl learns the hard way to hate the game and not the players.
Learns the hard way to hate the game and not the players. Fuck, that's a good one. I should know it. To bring it on.
No.
Girl learns the hard way to hate.
That's a good guess, though. That's a very... I like that guess.
Don't patronize me.
No, I'm not. They're completely in separate realms, so don't think it matches towards Bring It On. But like,
you can hear again. I whispered and you heard me.
Oh.
No, I won't. I'll be guessing all night.
The Hunger Games.
You've done that one too. Now that
No, I haven't.
I'm having the biggest deja vu on this.
You are, because I haven't done any of these. Last one. A creepy genocidal maniac has an unhealthy obsession with a little boy.
We're not talking Phantom Menace?
No. Let me add a word into this.
Okay, say it again with that word.
A creepy, noseless, genocidal maniac has an unhealthy obsession with a little boy.
Harry Potter, come on. That one word just gave it away.
I know, but you weren't going to get it.
It was actually several words. No, noseless is one word.
Noseless is one word.
Yep.
Jesus, you're on fire today, aren't you? You're throwing...
What's in this?
What's
in this?
Fisticuffs, man. Jesus.
No, I'm not. Hey, calm down, Chloe.
Sure. Sure.
I've got some trivia questions.
Go. Shoot.
Alrighty, let's have a look here.
Or as Harry Styles says, pew, 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 pew. It's a Florence Pugh joke, and with don't worry about it.
I'm going to tell you that movie sucked as well.
Yeah, I'm not interested in that, to be honest.
All right, let's deuce this. Let's deuce this. Let's deuce this. You do a deuce and I'll do a deuce and we'll deuce this.
We're just having the best time today, honestly.
How much money did the lowest earning American film of all time make at the box office? 2006.
Am I guessing which movie it is?
No, that can be a bonus.
How much? 50 grand.
Try $30.
Oh no. That's terrible. That's really bad, guys.
And you've probably never heard of it because of this. Do you want to have a guess? You won't. I can tell you who's in it.
Tell me who's in it and I'll see if I can guess it.
Katherine Heigl and Tom Sizemore.
Is it a rom-com?
No.
I have no idea then.
I don't even know how to pronounce this, but I'm going to give it a shot. ZZX Road.
Oh, okay.
And that is spelt ZYZZYX Road.
Oof, she made some questionable choices in her life, didn't she?
I know.
Holy
we
crap.
can understand why Tom Sizemore did that, but like, bloody hell. Anyway, next one.
Wow. Yeah, go for it.
What was the first film to feature the word fuck?
Oh, this is a good question. Featured the word fuck. All right. Are we saying like maybe late 60s, early 70s?
70s.
70s. Okay. Taxi driver.
No, that's a pretty good guess though.
Um,
I can give you some hints.
Godfather.
No. So
Yeah, give us a hint.
Donald Sutherland was in it.
Oh, no, that's the 80s.
And was directed by Robert Altman.
Nah, I'm not getting it.
MASH.
What is it?
MASH.
MASH. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It's a throwaway fuck. It's not like a really heavy duty fuck. It's when they're playing football and he says to the opposition something like, try and catch this fucker or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. And what year was that? Does it have a year there?
I think it was 72. Let's look that up because I don't want to get that one wrong. Give me a tick. MASH film.
And is this the film
70,
that went
1970.
1970?
Yeah.
And was it the same? Is this not the same as the TV series, or is
Yeah,
it
this
like,
is the film that the
what
TV series was based on, but the film is so much better. Like, there's a lot of people that hate this TV series MASH. There's a hell of a lot of people that love it. But
Who
the film,
hates MASH?
I agree, but if you like the TV series, then you will absolutely adore the movie. It is so different.
Okay.
It is much heavier. It's very funny. Obviously, it doesn't have a laugh track like the TV series.
Yeah.
But it's got Robert Duvall. It's got Tom Skerritt. It's a great cast. It's got Elliot Gould, Donald Sutherland, and it is really heavy duty stuff. So when they're in the MASH unit doing the operations, it's bloody, it's gory, it's gruesome.
Yes.
And what else about it? There's just so it's a very movie of its time as well because it is very misogynistic, as was the war at the time. So it's a lot of guys bullying women and things like that. And the film makes it look like that's funny, but if you read the subtext to it, it's not. Like, it's very cleverly done. And the theme song to MASH, they've got lyrics in the movie. Like, it's actually got a song with lyrics. Suicide is Painless. Yeah.
Interesting.
There you go. So
I like it.
One more, and then we're about out of time.
All right, shoot.
Find a good one for you here. All right. What has more F-bombs? South Park the movie or Pulp Fiction?
Oh, that's a tough one. I'm going to say I'm going to say South Park because I feel like the guys, I can't remember their names now. The creators would have known what the record was. Yeah, they would have known what the record was, and they would have tried to beat it.
Tried to smash it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the answer is Pulp Fiction has the most. So Pulp Fiction has 265 F-bombs, and South Park has 146.
Really?
Yeah.
God, I love Tarantino. He just speaks to me,
What is the world record for the most F-bombs in a movie? What's the number?
It has to be a Tarantino then.
No, it does not.
I don't know then. I'm not sure.
935 F-bombs. That movie was called SwearNet, the movie.
So it's just like,
wait.
fuck.
No. Wait for it. Look, I could be mistaken here. I think somebody like Justin Long may be in that one. Let me have a look.
Stop it.
Somebody like that is in it. It might not be him. Let's have a look. Let's do this real quick. SwearNet, the movie.
Speaking of Justin Long.
Oh, Tom Green's in there.
We have to bring him up in every episode. He's in it, is he?
I'm still looking. Keep going.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I can see he's coming out in more and more horror films. And the only reason I'm disappointed in that is because I'm so glad he's making a comeback into feature films. But why does it have to be horror where I can't see them?
Because horror's wonderful and he knows it.
I know he does because he's just a brilliant person, but I just wish he would go back to some comedy.
Okay, no, he's not in it, but it's the cast of Trailer Park Boys, you know that TV series?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
And it's got Tom Green and Carrot Top and a few others. I don't know why I thought he was in it. Maybe it's because I was probably looking at something else he was doing. So there you go.
Interesting. 930 something. That's a lot.
35, yeah. That is a lot. And prior to that, I think the world record was a movie called Fuck. It's called Fuck the Movie, and it's great. It's a documentary all about the origin of the word fuck and its many applications. It's got Robin Williams. It's got like just so many great stand-up comedians. Billy Connolly, George Carlin.
Think you and I have spoken about that film before. I'm pretty sure I've heard you speak about it. Actually,
yeah, it's a great documentary. All right, well, I could tonight. I could just talk forever, and we're out of time.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to do it again next week.
We're just gonna have to do it again next week. And
yeah. And hey, let's face it, the more we talk on one of these videos, the more TikToks I have to create. So
yeah, that's true.
It's not like they just happen instantly. They don't.
Are you sure? I give you plenty of material.
Yeah, you do. And hey, we're doing something right because we're going viral again. So
I know. We're so popular.
I can't do that.
Stop it.
Can't do that, like.
You wish.
I used to have hair like that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Should grow it out again. We can be twins.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna happen.
Twinsies.
I look like Toadie from fucking Neighbours. I do. See you next week. Signed off with a snort.